Well, remember, you only get one chance in life to start with a wonderful biblical marriage. In fact, I say that all the time. I see the most recent couple I married right over here, and I told them, I said, this is your only chance, Lucas and Angela, only chance to have a biblical, godly Christian marriage. You only get one shot at it. Everything after that is second, third, fourth best. Now, God, yes, is the God of the second chance, and He forgives, but I'll tell you what. You take something and tear it apart, sew it together, tear it apart, sew it together, it's never like it was, no matter how many times you sew it. You only get one chance in life to start with a wonderful biblical marriage, and it's worth the wait. So don't squander one of the greatest areas of life by doing your own thing instead of God's. Think about the end of your life this morning. And all of us, if the Lord tarries, when life is done and we're down those last few weeks and we're hooked up either to the respirator or to the whatever, and we're just in those last stages before cancer or heart disease or respiratory problems take us away, and you get to look back. It's not going to matter whether you had a 900, a 9,000, or a 19,000 square foot house. It's not going to matter. It's not going to matter how many zeros are on your bank account. It's not going to matter how many plaques are up at your house. What's going to matter is whether or not you had a wonderful, biblical, happy marriage and whether or not you discipled your children, because that's the greatest joy you have in life. That's the bottom line. And when I'm up there with those people and they're pulling their respirator out of their mouth and they're trying to talk to me, usually they're not saying, could you trade some of my Microsoft stock for this? They're not thinking about that anymore. What they're saying is, with tears running down their face, they're so glad for the people that surround them, that love them and they loved and were their family. So, what is a biblical marriage and a biblical partner really like? Well, there are a few words that can describe the delights of a marriage as God designed it to be. The Lord planned for His people to have a marriage described as such wonderful attractions, it says in Genesis 29. In fact, let's go back to Genesis, okay? You want to go with me? Why don't you park in Genesis 2? And I'm going to take you from Genesis 2 all the way through the epistles of John, and I'm going to show you what a biblical marriage looks like, okay? What you should pray for your children, what you should live out if you're married, what you should seek if you're single and seeking to be married. Because God says marriage is such a wonderful attraction in Jacob's life that 7 years of hard labor were just like this. It was just a second for him. You remember he had to work 7 years to earn his bride? I'm going to have to work 50 years, to pay for her, but he only had to pay for 7, But what a joy it was for him. He said 7 years were just like a moment like that. That's what marriage is supposed to be like. Marriage is to be like a fruitful vine. It's a joyful river of intoxicating blessing, it says in Proverbs 5. It's goodness and favor, we read. It's a companion of our youth. We make a lifelong, unbreakable covenant to. Anybody that has one of those marriages will confess it is the greatest thing on earth, and it only gets more precious.